This is not really a session, it's an opportunity to reconnect with peace of God within. And what if we realize that that is what all things are, an opportunity to reconnect with the inner peace. They are not what they seem. They are opportunities to forgive and transcend. We can practice today's lesson. I am blessed as a son of God. So we're going to practice today. I am blessed as a son of God. Today we will begin to assert some of the happy things to which you are entitled, being what you are. No long practice periods are required today, but very frequent short ones are necessary. Once every 10 minutes would be highly desirable, and you are urged to attempt this schedule and to adhere to it whenever possible. If you forget, try again. If there are long interruptions, try again. Whenever you remember, try again. You need not close your eyes for the exercise periods, although you will probably find it more helpful if you do. However, you may be in a number of situations during the day when closing your eyes would not be feasible. Do not miss a practice period because of this. You can practice quite well under any circumstance if you really want to. Today's exercises take little time and no effort. Repeat the idea for today and then add several of the attributes you associate with being a son of God, applying them to yourself. One practice period might, for example, consist of the following. I am blessed as the son of God. I am happy, peaceful, loving, and contented. Another might take this form. I am blessed as the son of God. I am calm, quiet, assured, and confident. If only a brief period is available, merely telling yourself that you're blessed as a son of God will do. This is a very beautiful, a very easy lesson to do. I am blessed as a son of God. The Course helps us to remember our true identity. And the Son of God is our true identity. Of course, we are blessed if we're the Son of God, God's Son, made by love. That is to be blessed. So it's a very beautiful lesson. It will make us really happy, I think, and peaceful. And you can include attributes that you connect with the Son of God, like happy, at peace, contented, calm, quiet, assured, and confident. And as we were meditating, I had images of a feast that is already prepared. That we arrive to what is already prepared. I think in this world, the problem is that we try to arrange everything. Maybe even awakening. We try anyway, we can't, but to try to have control or arrange the feast ourselves, but we can't. We can only surrender to what is already given. So it felt really beautiful to be in that feast as I was meditating, to arrive to this place within, in the unified field where we are at home, where we are not only together, or not only connected, we are one. concept of another doesn't exist. So if it doesn't exist, if another does not exist, if anything other does not exist, what is a helpful way to live in this world where we seem to perceive others, otherness, differences, time and space? Jesus is really good with us. He gives us practical ways to deal with it. He says, see it as thoughts. Just see it as thoughts. Thoughts aren't real. Thoughts can be refined, forgiven, transcended. He even says, you are a thought in the mind of God. With capital T. That's why we're blessed as a son of God. That's why we can rest in peace always. Not by denying this world, but by releasing it, by forgiving it, by seeing it has no hold on us, unless we have guilt. So the guilt is what needs to be transcended. Others are not really a problem. The guilt is the problem. The guilt makes others a problem. The guilt likes to make anything problem and error. And Jesus also explains in the Course that error isn't real, it's just a mistake, like a misunderstanding.
Let's go on to this section on the text, love without conflict. It is surely apparent by now why the ego regards spirit as its enemy. The ego arose from the separation, and its continued existence depends on your continuing belief in the separation. So the ego's continued existence depends on your continuing belief in the separation.
The only way the ego can continue would be that we continue to believe in the separation. So that's why we need to remember, I'm blessed as a son of God every 10 minutes. When you start to watch your mind, you will notice how many times the ego tells you that the separation is real. Probably many, many, many more times than these every 10-minute reminders of the truth. Because the ego is the belief in time and space and bodies.
So the ego's continued existence depends on your continuing belief in the separation. The ego must offer you some sort of reward for maintaining this belief. So here's how the ego tries to hook us. It says all it can offer is a sense of temporary existence, which begins with its own beginning and ends with its own ending. It tells you this life is your existence because it is its own. But against this sense of temporary existence, spirit offers you the knowledge of permanence and unshakable being. How can the ego's meager offering to you prevail against the glorious gift of God?
The ego's meager offering starts with its own beginning and ends with its own ending. These must be some false rewards that we make up for ourselves, give ourselves in time. They may not even be nice. These are thoughts, probably often not nice thoughts, fearful thoughts. But they cannot stand the glorious, what did you say? Glorious thoughts of God.
Right. How can the ego's meager offering to you prevail against the glorious gift of God?
That's the feast. This beautiful feast with that is prepared in a beautiful garden with a spotless cloth. Where all the friends have gathered. I feel like we more and more have that experience. So we've come together here, also in community, with this one purpose. It's more and more, this joyful, peaceful harmony. And it can only get better. As long as there is more forgiveness lessons, we know, as they get undone, as the false beliefs get undone, the harmony, the peace will grow and deepen. And there is somewhere Jesus says that, think of a time where you felt so peaceful, so relaxed, and then multiply that with 1,000 or something, then you begin to come closer to what the real state of mind is, true state of mind, or the true being. There is nothing else that is real. Well, I'm really glad. I'm really grateful that we can offer a space for this transcendental journey. This need to go within and release everything. We're not here to misuse anything, misuse our time. We're here to use it for healing. We're not here to get lost in the external world, the external doings and people. Here to use time to transcend time. And I think that can look like a lot of alone time. Give yourself the space that you need. Purposeful alone time. Where you can relax and look at some beliefs and work through stuff. And purposeful time together, for sure. Sessions or joinings. We really dedicate our time to Holy Spirit. We don't want anything random. We don't want anything mindless, anything ritualistic or coming from ego patterns. These just fall away. There is no room or no interest in it. Is there anything anyone would like to explore? Topic or some thoughts?
Yeah, hi.
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 I think I would like just to expose that today's lesson, I think yesterday's too, I realized, kind of really irritates me. Yeah, there's something, it feels like I just can't identify with it. And then I could just feel this resistance, like to just the word holiness.
Mm.
So it's kind of, yeah, it feels like trying to avoid something. The holiness and Son of God, it's just, well,
I mean, take a walk in nature today and take it really slow and ask what it is to be a son of God. Ask what it is to be blessed and holy. Because these are all sound very beautiful things, very high. And it's the ego's resistance that you feel, because the ego resists it. The ego-minded wants to have a separate identity. But how does it feel to say, I'm peaceful as a son of God, or I would like to be peaceful? Does that resonate? Would you like to feel at peace?
yeah, I would like to be peaceful. I can resonate with that. If you add the Son of God, it's just, yeah.
So if you think of Son of God as oneness, as truth, where there is no separation between you and anything. Because sometimes you need to retranslate some things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think Son of God actually makes me think of separation. Yeah. I feel separated when you say that. Yeah.
yeah, you could just use other words, or forgive these words, Son of God. Ask
Yeah,
what the meaning.
yeah, I had the thought if I use Child of God, that feels much more better.
Child of God sounds beautiful. You know, if you get hung up on the words, drop them. It's not about the words, about what the words point to.
Yeah, okay. So I think I should be able to use that word.
No, but you're invited to forgive the discomfort that they bring
Mm.
up. You're invited to forgive the words. Yeah, the Course offers us a lot of opportunities to forgive the Christian terms: atonement, redemption, Son of God. You know, all these terms that are used. You know, and I think it's purposeful, because we need to forgive these. We may have old associations to them. Sometimes I like using source and love instead of God and Father, for example. Sometimes that feels softer. Anyone else want to share something? Bring up something? No, otherwise we'll send you off with a blessing. Blessed is the Son of God. Be very, very blessed.
Mm.
We love you.
Mm. Love you all.
See you soon.